Hey, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Theology with Dr. Dan, Pastor Dan. I have some rapid fire questions for you. Have you ever had a hard time with people in church or a person in church?
Yes.
Have you ever not liked someone in church? Yes, of course, we love all people. Have you ever not liked someone?
Yes.
What did they do to you?
I think of two people in two different churches, two different times in my life, but in both cases there were people who mistreated me. They said, in one case, said things that weren't true. In another case, manipulated circumstances that were to kind of put my job in jeopardy, even so.
So did you name your kid after any of these people?
Let me think about that. No.
So then how should we think about this passage that Grantham talked on in regards to fighting for unity? I mean, I don't know if these two ladies that had conflict were having sleepovers at their house and became BFFs. What things do we need to think through in regards to fighting for unity? Or anything else to add? What came to your mind?
What instantly comes to my mind is that I think what Paul has in, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what Paul has in mind here is a frame of mind, a way of thinking, not necessarily that he expects that these people would come to a perfect agreement about everything that they might be thinking about or talking about. So that is the framework of this kind of language that he uses in Philippians 4:2. Very same language that we see at the beginning of chapter 2, where he introduces the whole idea of humility in that same terminology. So I think there are, I look back to those times related to the people that you mentioned, and if I were doing it together as a more mature person, as a more mature believer, as maybe a bit more wise than I was in my 20s, I think I would probably handle those things a bit differently. But I don't think in either of those cases we could have gotten to the point where we were BFFs, because there were issues from the other side that had to be addressed, and others needed to address those. Not just me. So I think that mindset in regard to unity is what we really need to work on, and the mindset in chapter 2, that mindset of humility, is the idea that I'm putting others' concerns before my own. So I'm thinking about other people before I think about myself. And if we can get to the point where we're thinking and acting like that, instead of thinking, oh, that person's so wrong about this, or this person is thinking wrong about this, or this guy's opinions about whatever are bogus, and if I'm thinking in those terms all the way, it's going to be hard for me to get to the point where I can live in unity in the church. But Paul, we don't know what the issues were between these two ladies, but he does point out he uses language that points to both of them. So it's not just you and you get together. It's I encourage you and I encourage you, and he encourages them both in the same way to think. I'm thinking that what he's saying is think the same way with the same mindset.
So as we continue to talk about unity, I think that's very important for us with those that maybe we have disagreements with. It has to start with the mindset.
Yeah.
Have a mindset to think the same way, encourage other people to, and to fight for unity. You heard it here first. Even Dr. Dan's had conflict. I'm just kidding, but I'm not kidding. All right. Well, hope this helped in some way. Have a great day. God bless you.